Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And it's Graham here, the one who is still down. And looks like he's in some pain. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this returnable for Rager. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike, get the ball.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 65 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down at 5. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A first down carry by Elliott. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 56 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Ezekiel Elliott, a guy who considers himself underrated, has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like that.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll roll him out right. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, You could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on them. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On second down now, it's Elliott. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Milton Williams never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 59 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Boy, CeeDee Lamb, so prolific at Oklahoma catching passes like this from Kyler Murray, and he's doing it at the NFL level too. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Eagles 14.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So that one will be accepted. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a lemon of a kick there. This is going to be spotted down right on the 30-yard line. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And it's 3rd down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Personal foul.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Dak's going to keep it, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Philly.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing is Hurts. He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Micah Parsons gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Under pressure, they got him again. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing
those and maximizing opportunities.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll drop to throw. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And
that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Flushed out right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On second down, it's Sanders. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll roll him out right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Personal foul. Roughing the captain. Defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 12, Hurts flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. No, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Eagles have recovered.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
That's our ball, baby. Go.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Clock management. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. They'll get this right back to Rager. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for two. Hurts will throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Third down, Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Jets and the Birds, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago, where the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup. Zach Wilson of the Jets, Jalen Hurts of the Eagles.
And I think that each quarterback wants to play this game with a faster tempo. They want to get the plays in quickly, get in and out of the huddle quickly, take just a few seconds at the line of scrimmage and survey the defense, and then attack. And I think that we'll see both offenses try to do that in this one.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now we'll get a stoppage here, as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Wilson will throw again. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. I I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Carter. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. On first down, Hurts rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run with Carter. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run for it with Carter. And this time he is in. Yes. Michael Carter taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
John Franklin Myers, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Hurts, sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Keep a little play with me, baby.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
This one caught by Crowder. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Personal foul. Roughing the captain. Defense.
I don't know what the heck.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit and illegal contact on a quarterback. The defenders really have to get in line.
Now Wilson on first down. Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it's a second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
To throw again is Wilson. And the grab by Croft. And they'll get this down to the 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Another run on second down with Carter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on?
Personal foul. Opening pass, defense.
And yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 17-8. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
He'll buy some time right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. John Franklin Myers, his second sack of the night.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So they got some pressure, maybe hoping to get a safety, and they get roughing the passer.
And gave up a pass completion as well. Nothing really went right on that play for them.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. It's Rodgers here with a grab. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rodgers. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing is Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Sanders has got it complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Sanders again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown run for Miles Sanders. And the Eagles are back within a score. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
And that is caught for the 2 points. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Coleman now to return. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Roughing the passer. That's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
A give, Carter running right. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Still first down.
Now it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Teammate.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. A handoff for Carter. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
On first down, it's Carter, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. It's 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing is Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get 1 step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
Here's a give to Carter, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. The touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Crucial foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Hurts. Rolling to his right. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. They're going to look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goddard from 3 yards out. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
There's some excitement, right? Go for 2. And instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied. Exactly,
and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And the Jets have got it. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. And I think he'll like this little montage. Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later. Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They go play action now. Wilson. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. And this is going to be incomplete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Don't you do that.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit and illegal contact on a quarterback. The defenders really have to get in line.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go. Let's go.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
You call it. You own it, baby.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Eagles have recovered.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor there to make the grab. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on appeal stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And he is going to get in. But there is a flag down. Let's sort this out here. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And some room to work. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line.
85 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in his first half.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's brought down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Well, this has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Make it an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Now Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Keelan Cole there to make the grab. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, 82 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
Hurts will throw. They're trying for Reagor, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Oh, why are we doing this?
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Now Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And they'll run here with Carter. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further.
Still second down.
Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what?
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mates and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting the lead, so you're not playing that well. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Please watch the offense.
So that one will be accepted. Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Carter. And he's going to be brought down short of first at about the 31-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Here comes Rager. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He'll fire deep for Rager, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's Hurts. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. Now Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now on fourth down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. He's going to look deep for more, and this one is incomplete.
Crucial foul. Running back to defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And the grab by Croft. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Carter. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets have taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And out now come the Eagles. And last time out went